Hey, everyone. Blockchain Bernie here, broadcasting live from fabulous Las Vegas again. FDV. Why you need to learn FDV right now? There are seismic shifts going on in the crypto space right now as we speak. And FDV is a really, really important concept. I'll dive into why you need to learn it. What FDV is, it stands for fully diluted valuation. What is the difference between FDV and market cap? And what is the difference between current supply, total supply, and max supply? And how this all fits together and what you need to know in order to make the right decisions. So if you like content like this, please give me that thumbs up button. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already done so. So, fully diluted valuation. Fully diluted means after all tokens that can ever come into existence, right? That can ever be minted. If all these tokens were in circulation, what would be the total valuation of the company then, right? And this used to be less important, right? Because everyone was looking at the market capitalization, and the market capitalization is only those tokens that are in circulation right now, because that's the only tokens that can be bought, without any further thing happening, like any additional minting or stuff like that. So, with that said, it used to be all about the market capitalization, right? But now crypto projects are more and more being looked at by fully diluted valuation, but things are not that simple, right? And they are not as simple as they are in the stock market, right? Because for stocks, you have a number of outstanding shares, which is kind of the total supply, right? Those are the shares outstanding. Some of the outstanding shares are circulating on exchanges. Others are held privately, right? But then the board of directors has the authority, that's the authorized shares, to issue new shares up to a certain limit of authorization. But even if that limit of authorization is reached, there can always be a capital increase. All the shareholders need to agree in an annual meeting, and then you have more shares. So with the stock markets, usually there is no max supply, right? There can always be more supply, and you just need some sort of formalism and have all the shareholders agree and stuff like that. But you can always issue, there's always ways to issue more shares, right? With crypto, the latest trend is because you can mint more tokens without anyone knowing, right? Sometimes, depending on how the project is set up. So now everyone wants and expects these crypto projects to disable minting, right? So that means all the tokens that can ever come into existence are being minted at the beginning when there's the TGE, the token generation event, and then minting is being disabled cryptographically. And that's what Xandeum Foundation did with the Xandeum token. So Xandeum Foundation is going to list the Xan token really soon. The planned date is October 29th, and all the tokens have been minted and minting has been disabled. So that's a very good thing. Some crypto projects don't have that, right? For example, the ones that most well known there is Dogecoin, right? Dogecoin does not have any upper limit of max supply, and the project owners can mint new tokens, or miners can mine new tokens anytime, and there's no upper limit, right? The one that does have that upper limit, also very well known, is Bitcoin, right? There can never be more than, 4 point something million Bitcoin or so, right? So there is a max supply there, and most projects have a max supply. So if you, and this is not financial advice, nothing in this video or in this channel for that matter is financial advice. I don't know your personal situation. Also, I'm not a financial advisor. So this is just for entertainment purposes only. But if you find any crypto project that does not have a max supply, that means, well, you look into it, right? And just become suspicious and see what's going on there, right? But most projects recently have that, and I think that's a good thing. We want to know what is the max supply. So here, for example, I have the MNDE token, the Marinade token, just as an example. It has a max supply of 1 billion, which is a popular value for many projects, by the way. And there is a total supply of 1 billion. So for many projects recently, those two are the same, right? So you mint 1 billion and then you disable minting, so there can never be more than 1 million. So they have these 1 billion, I mean, not million. So they have these 1 billion minted here. They have disabled minting, so this is the max supply. And then they have the circulating supply. In the case of Marinade, that's 287 million. So that's 28.7% of the supply is circulating right now. The rest is not circulating. So it's in some wallets that are owned by the Marinade DAO, by some foundation or stuff like that, and they could be put on the market at a later stage. So now, whether we look at the circulating supply or the max supply, we get different values for the market cap, right? So we see we have a current market cap of 31 million here for Marinade, but we have a fully diluted valuation here of $108 million. $108 million, yes. So that's quite a difference. That's because only 28.7% are circulating, right? 28.7% of 108 million are these 31 million, right? So you can do the math here. And that's quite a difference, right? 30 million as compared to 108 million, right? So what does that then mean? And why are these seismic shifts happen, right? So in the stock market, all the market cap is based off of total supply, right? It's not circulating, right? There can be some stocks in the hands of private holders that, haven't put them on the market yet, right? So the market cap that you know from stock corporations is all based off of total supply. Total supply is incredibly difficult to measure in crypto projects, right? Because, who can prove what is there and what is able to be put in circulating supply on short notice and stuff like that. So that's why a few years ago, when platforms like CoinGecko, CoinMarketCap, they try to list all these market caps of these different projects, and they went crazy and into lengths to base everything off of circulating supply. But that turned out to be rather difficult also when there are like unlock schedules for team tokens and all these kind of things. And the seismic shift that I'm referring to is like people are more and more looking into fully diluted valuation, because that's kind of the only thing that where there's no doubt, right? It's not that the project can do anything under the carpet or under the hood and hide anything or stuff like that. The fully diluted valuation is the truth, right? Because fully diluted valuation only makes sense if and when minting is disabled, right? So all the tokens, let's, for example, take Marinade here as an example again. All the 1 billion tokens have already been minted and minting is disabled. So there will never be more than 1 billion MNDE. So that means this fully diluted valuation of 108 million, that's kind of the truth, right? If they sell, or if you buy an MNDE token today, you can be sure you're buying at a no higher valuation than 108 million, right? Because they can never mint more MNDE tokens and kind of dilute you, right? Diluting means just, issuing more tokens, and then the value of the whole project stays the same if you mint more tokens, right? It's just being shared among more token holders, right? That's what dilution means, right? If they just double the number of tokens, then theoretically each of your token will only have half the value, right? Which obviously you don't want. So that's why, everyone in crypto, and I know that from the Xandeum Foundation, where they want to get their token listed, they talk to market makers, they talk to exchanges and all that kind of stuff. Everyone's looking these days at fully diluted valuation. So everything you have kind of in the back of your drawer, in the back burner somehow to put onto the market at some later stage, it's already being put into the valuation, right? And it's also, easy and truthful to compare different projects by their fully diluted valuation rather than by their current market cap, which can change quickly, right? You would have to look into, okay, what will be the token supply? How much will be put into circulation so fast? And that's like a tough job to do, right? It requires deep analysis of how this all works over the next 3 or 4 years. Many have like 4 years schedules of tokens unlocking, investing, and all these type of things. So that's why always look at the fully diluted valuation as well, right? So now let's look at this here. Marinade still looks almost like a startup, right? They only have 28% of their supply circulating, even though Marinade is like at least 2 years old here for trading. Let's see. I have it on max here, so it started at sometime in November 22. Yeah, so that's about 2 years. And having only 28% circulating after 2 years, that's rather small, right? So we will be starting, or the Xandeum Foundation will be starting with the Xand token, about 14% circulating on day one, and then over the first 12 months, it'll go up to, maybe about this here, 28, 30%. And then after that, it'll go up further. All the team tokens are completely locked for the first 12 months. But then after the 12 months, things start unlocking step by step. So only having 28 after 2 years, that's rather, a rather rare situation. Let's look at some other projects here. Let's look at, for example, Shadow Drive, SHDW. Even though, they are not, to the best of my knowledge, not really there with their vision and stuff like that. They have already almost all their tokens circulating, while there's still, a way to go to realize their vision. So that's something where I would think like, okay, they have a 50 million fully diluted, 48 million market cap. They are not really there yet. How will they be able to raise more money? They only have 2 million tokens left to sell at 30 cents. That's not much. And so that's how you can look at these things, right? Let's look at, for example, JITO here. BJTO. That's the JITO token. Yeah, and they have a total supply of 1 billion and a circulating supply. There's no max supply listed here. That is, the first time I realized that. There's no max supply listed here. I think it should. I believe their minting is disabled. It would surprise me if it isn't, but we can copy the contract here. And then they are at almost 2 billion fully diluted, and they only have circulating 12.7%. That is also super low. After 1 year almost, right? 12.7%. That is super low. And it's like, oh, there's a lot of dilution coming in the future here, right? So I would also look at that, right? So they are not starting on day one. They're almost there for 1 year. Once the 1 year is completed in December, there will be a lot of unlocks for the team allocations with Jito. So yeah, that's how I would interpret these numbers here. Again, 2 billion fully diluted. So the 243 seems low, 243 million, but only 12% circulating. So 2 billion fully diluted valuation. Yeah, let's look at some other projects. Filecoin, for example, here. We see Filecoin with a max supply of almost 2 billion, total supply almost 2 billion, circulating 591. So there is still some dilution to come, even with Filecoin, which is a quite mature project, right? So compare that to Shadow Drive, where they've almost put all their tokens into circulation. So yeah, with these guys here, they only have 30% about, right? So market cap of 2 billion and a fully diluted FDV of almost $7 billion here. Yeah, so, oh, I didn't show you that. So here's Filecoin again, 2 billion market cap, almost 7 billion fully diluted here. And we see circulating 600. Okay, so that was my little overview here, and I really think these are seismic shifts that are going on here, because everything's in flux here, right? With how market cap is being defined, what is being looked at to judge a project, and nothing's absolute, right? So there is, and that's why I made this little video here, to make you aware of all these things. And the max supply and the circulating supply and all these things here, and that makes a big difference. And yeah, I was just trying to make you aware of all of these things here, and yeah, so. And by the way, I just looked up here. That's why I took some time. This is the Jito token here, and their minting is disabled here, right? So it's an error on the side of CoinGecko not to show the max supply there, because actually minting is disabled. So and the supply is 99999. So it's almost 1 billion. Seems like a few tokens are missing there. And they have 54,000 holders. So yeah, with the Jito token, there is a max supply. It's not listed on CoinMarketCap. So those are just examples on how you need to do your own research at least a little bit here, just to get a first impression on market caps of different coins and fully diluted valuations and yeah, so these days, and that's the seismic shift that I've been talking about, different projects, different startup projects in the crypto world are mostly being compared to by fully diluted valuations, right? Because that's what we're selling tokens for right now. That's what you're buying tokens for right now. And all these tokens are out there. and whether and how they come into circulation is a matter of, communication and stuff like that, but it's not cryptographically enshrined anywhere. So this is a little bit fluid, but what is true is the fully diluted valuation. Minting is disabled. There can never be more than 1 billion Marinade tokens. There can never be more than 4.015 billion Xand tokens and all these things. So it is important to look at the fully diluted valuation. I hope you've learned something today. Please give me that thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already done so. Also leave me comments here so that we can discuss it. By the way, for the Xandeum airdrop, we've taken the snapshot for airdrop number 1. Airdrop number 2, we let you know what the tasks are and what the rules are really, really soon. For now, airdrop 1 has been closed, but airdrop 2 is going to be starting really, really soon. Who knows? The liking, the subscribing, the commenting that we've done for a long time, it might result in some points in airdrop 2. We don't know yet, but we all hope so. So don't stop commenting, liking, subscribing, and all that kind of stuff. And then, everyone's looking forward to Xandeum's big launch on October 29th. For today, though, thanks so much for watching. Catch you later. Peace.